this is a shit ton of money you can make out here.
So the big question is, what are top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? To get the answers, we interview top real estate agents to learn their secrets to success. Listen, we believe every agent should make a minimum of $100,000 per year, and we're on a mission to make this happen. We've already helped over 100 agents achieve this with our coaching. So if you want to fast track your business growth, get to your first $100,000 in GCI, or add another $100,000 in GCI using social strategies, then head over to go.eliteagentsecrets.com, or you can just click the link in the description below. Also, just make sure to follow us, hit that subscribe button, and if you get any value from this at all, please tell a friend and leave us a review. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
So what I want to do, dive into your third and final, which is something that we've spoken about throughout this podcast, and you really do encompass this because you've spoken about lifestyle a lot, which is your third secret to success is don't chase the money and just help everyone. So yes. Tell everyone why that's your third and final secret to your success.
You know, my wife and I, we've been married 26 years. I was in E7 Army with 4 kids, and we were on government assistance. All right. And bad things happen to good people. We didn't have anything. We shared a vehicle. I mean, I got up 4 o'clock in the morning to walk to work so we would wake up the kids. And we know what a struggle is. But I was in the state of South Carolina. They basically said, yeah, you guys are poor. We need to give you this government cheese and all this stuff. And I'm like, shit, I'll take it. But for that reason, if you help people, you know, good things will come. I was in a car with 3 or 4 realtors. I don't remember where we were coming from. I was in a Zaxby's drive-thru. It's a chicken place. And there's a young kid in the window. I'm like, hey, if you know anybody, I just gave him my business card. Hey, if you know anybody, you know, I'm here to help. And everybody started laughing, right? The kid might have been 19. I sold his mom a house like the next week. All right. It's, I'm going to tell you something. It's everybody, realtors look for instant gratification all the time. But the reality is you need to go out there and meet the people that know the people that need to know you. Does that make sense?
Big time. Yeah.
You know, so everybody's like, I'm not going to do it if they're not going to. All right, you can do what you want, you know. But then when you knock out 3 or 4 contracts because people are calling you back, I got a call yesterday from an old gentleman that wants me to list his condo. He was the seller of a condo that I took my buyers to 5 years ago. 5 years ago. And when I first got in, I was working for my wife, you know, doing the marketing. And it's a crazy story. But anyway, long story short is his agent met me at his house, introduced me to him, and just left me with her client because I was looking for the lease of the tenant that was in the house. And the old German guy, we talked. It was really nice. You know, it didn't work out. And then his next door neighbor called me, hey, Ricky, Gerhard said he wants you to list his house because you were so kind to him back then.
It's amazing.
I mean, it may be $150,000 condo, but just take care of people. It makes your life easier, right?
I love how you're putting this out there, because instant gratification, I don't think it's just realtors. I think it's everybody. That's just the day and age that we kind of live in, right?
Sure.
100%.
And we're so focused on the transaction, and we become so transactional because of the instant gratification need and requirement and fulfillment, that we forgot about the relationship. And what you're describing, Ricky, is the relationship. You were kind because you gave a shit about the relationship, not expecting a certain outcome, which allows you to play long-term games. So 5 years later, the law of reciprocity is rewarding you for it because of karma, whatever hell you believe in, right?
Sure.
But it's not that transaction. If you never went up to that kid and were like, oh, that kid is 19, he probably doesn't have any money, I'm not going to give him my card or whatever, maybe he doesn't need anything. But you came up, was like, hey, Do you know anybody? Do they need anything? Let me know. Here's my card. And you walked away. A week later, you get the phone call. Law of reciprocity, right?
No, you're 100%. I love that psychological reciprocity. I think that's the most awesome thing, because the reality is everybody out here in my mind is trying to do good things, trying to work hard, and they just need that little message, nudge, whatever you want to call it, and you never know what's going to come out of it. Yeah. And so that's what we do. I mean, that's what people on my team have to do, or they can't be part of it.
It's that like, this is kind of one of those like uncool things, but it's actually necessary in the world, which is like, you should just be kind to everyone. You should just say those nice things, because you just don't know what shit people are going through. It kind of goes to that deeper level, and it's like putting yourself out in the world. Like I've spoken a lot about how me and Peter met, and that was a relationship build. But like before we got into business together, like we were friends for 2 years, and we just helped each other for free. Both of us were paid. We were both ran businesses that we could have charged each other. Neither of us did. We just helped each other loads and loads, and we built a friendship. And then lo and behold, like 2 years later, after that grew, it's like, oh, well, let's do something together. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
sure, no, hell yeah. No.
It wouldn't have happened otherwise. You know, I've had other business partnerships as well. And it started out, and it's like a year later, it's like, well, why don't we go into business together? Because it makes sense. But it's like, I never got into that relationship. Like when me and Peter met, it wasn't like, oh, I think I can do business with this guy. Not that I wasn't. It was just like, I think he's a cool guy. I'm just going to hang out and we can be friends. Like it was really that innocent.
No, it makes sense. You know, it says earlier I was an HR director. I remember I used to teach some of the classes, the required classes. And I used to tell people, you got to be careful how you present things and how you talk to people, because you do not know what happened to that person before they took that left into the parking lot. You know what I mean? You never know what's going on with somebody in somebody's life. And, I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I've got messages, emails from people saying, wow, man, that was a big deal. This weekend was the opening day for the Miracle League here in Langham Creek, which is, there's 18 teams of kids with disabilities. They've been doing about 10 years, just the most wonderful, wonderful people. And so we support one of the teams. And all of a sudden I got all these messages about, we didn't know who we were helping. And all these parents were reaching out to us and thanking us. And I mean, it's good. It's just good. I mean, this is a shit ton of money you can make out here.
Yeah.
Come on. You know?
Yeah, it's a shit ton. I mean, and on that very compelling note, and it's a wonderful thing you're doing, and I'm sure you're going to continue to do it for the next however long. But yeah, you know, ultimately real estate is one of the few places in the world you can make obnoxious amounts of money, and you don't need an education. You just need to fucking do hard work and know where to start. But Ricky, on that note, I want to give you the floor. You know, if you're looking, you know, for referral partners, agents maybe join you, buying or selling homes, you got something else going on, how can people get in touch, whether it's phone, email, website, social media? Let the people know where you're at.
Sure. Ricky Chavez, I'm the leader of the Ricky Chavez team. My number is 832-541-7545. You can look me up at Find Your Home or List with Ricky. Reach out to me if you want to shoot the shit. Come on. I always got time for everybody, because I can't tell you, somebody helped me a long time ago, didn't have to. And, you know, I couldn't do anything to for that person before they passed, but they always said, if you put yourself in a position to help others, do it. So if you need me, call me. You know, we'll philosophize, as we say it. See some ideas come up with.
This has been a fun one, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Ricky, you've been an amazing guest. Everyone, we hope you've enjoyed listening to the show as much as we have interviewing Ricky, and we will see you in the next one. Oh, and by the way, if you're interested in gaining access to our courses and coaching programs, then head over to go.eliteagentsecrets.com.